What's up, everybody? It's Derek here. So I've got a little different video for you. If you couldn't tell by the title, our e-bikes got stolen. I'll say right from the top here, they were not locked up. I've never locked them up. All the boondocking we do, which is 95% of the time, they're never locked up. We've never had anything stolen. Well, behold, we go into the city, Modesto, California, and they get stolen. But I'll get into describing the video here. You can see this white car, no headlights on, which obviously is a little weird. They sat in front of the neighbor's house for an entire minute, and then they pulled down to ours, which stopping in front of ours, that's how you seen the e-bike behind our RV, because you were able to see underneath our slide and see it parked underneath the neighbor's porch, as you'll see in the coming clips. So the crappy thing is Lacey actually seen this car. She just happened to be awake at this time and seen the car coming down the road with no headlights on and thought it was weird, so she went and got out of bed and turned her lights on, which you'll see our outside lights come on here in just a second, which makes the car drive off. Obviously now in hindsight we wish we would have stayed up more, because I was awake too, because she even said to me, what the heck is this car doing? But I never got out of bed. I stayed in bed. She's the one that got up and turned the lights on, but then she just came back to bed, because again, like, you assume you, like, this car sees you turn your lights on, they know somebody's awake. The customer's house is well lit, as you can see here. I mean, all these lights here, our lights aren't even on yet. Boom, there's when our lights come on. So, and then you can see the car drive off on the left-hand side of the video here. So some of these clips are like overlapping time frames. If you look at the time in the middle, it's all around that 5:10, 5:11, 5:12 time frame. Again, we apparently should have stayed up. And I mean, Lacey was probably still awake even then. I mean, she may have went back to sleep. I'm sure I went back to sleep, because I go back to sleep right away. But whatever it was, 15 minutes later, this guy comes walking out of the orchard, the same orchard I made the video on a couple videos back about walking the dog over in there. He's looking at a box of solar parts I had up front there, but it was just racking material. So for him, he couldn't see any value there, and he knew that e-bike was in the back, so he left the box alone, which I did have about $400 worth of stuff in there. So I'm glad he didn't take that too. But he asked us to go underneath our bedroom slide to get back here to where these bikes are, underneath the customer's porch. Again, well lit, and my security cameras aren't hidden. They all have red lights on them. I mean, where he was looking at that solar box, the security camera was right there. There's no way he didn't see it. So, like, this guy's pretty brazen. He just doesn't care. I don't think he even knew there was two bikes back there until he got back there, because you could only see the one. So I'm sure he was like, holy crap, this is really great. So he takes first bike, he checks it out a little bit. I mean, the keys are even in them, because I mean, I leave the keys in them because it's just annoying to go and find them. So one key's in the bike, and then the spares I have on a key ring in the truck. So I do have the spares for him, but that does me a lot of good. So he wheels the first one off, and then it takes him about 4 or 5 minutes to come back for the second one. And he actually wheeled it off into the orchard and left it in the orchard, and comes back for the second one here. I didn't spend the time to grab all the clips, because I didn't want the video to get super long, because how much security camera footage can you watch? But he wheels the second one off, and this here is actually the first bike. You can tell it's the tan one that he wheels off. And then I got a clip of the front where he rides it off into the orchard. So we did turn all this into the cops when they said the right things, like, oh, I think we can get a license plate off that car, which I'm sure anybody with any editing skills could get a license plate off that car, but they're not going to spend the time to do much of that. So these are all my security cameras. I just screen recorded it. As you can see, I do have two on the inside. It's just kind of nice to be able to see the dogs, see Olive when we're gone and stuff. They're not in bedrooms or anything like that. Just one's in the garage and one's in the living room. So they were nice to at least know what happened to the bikes, even if it doesn't solve the crime. It's nice to know what happened to them. Here's a picture of the install I was working on at where the bikes were stolen from, which I will have an install video coming on that. It'll probably be my next video whenever I get time to finish editing it together. So whatever, just wanted to share that with you guys. Anybody wants to spend the time to try to edit that video and get the license plate off that car, that'd be awesome. But anyways, we'll see you guys on the next one.